So we've had Usyk being out of the game now. He's vacated. The titles are disbanded. They are, available for people to go and reach out for. And what we're finding out today is what happens now. And it's interesting. The WBA, Agit Kabayel finally, not at WBA, WBC, he finally gets the full upgrade. He is now the heavyweight champion, the full, like the real heavyweight champion, because Usyk has vacated. So he automatically gets it. No fight for him. He just gets there. I guess that's what he gets, I guess, for waiting so long in his position as interim to just, finally get the title without having to fight. Oh my days, it's probably one of the easiest ways to get a title. Just wait until the guy vacates. And the WBA, same kind of thing. But I'm surprised. Murat Gassiev, you don't hear about him a lot in the heavyweight scene, but this guy was regular WBA champion. I think it was that because he beat, I'm not sure who he beat to get that, but I don't know if it was the fight with, because the last time I remember him was when he beat thingy, the guy that fought Tyson Fury, Otto Wallin, when he didn't he beat Otto Wallin or something like that. I can't remember. Man, he hasn't really been about, and anyways, he is possibly, they haven't officially announced it yet, but it's looking like he is going to be announced in a couple of days to be upgraded to WBA full champion. And then we have, this is the one that I wanted to talk about with this video. The IBF title becomes vacant and there is a vacancy fight for it. They are thinking of putting number one contender for the IBF title, Frank Sanchez, in a title eliminate. Is that what it's called? A title eliminator against what they're suggesting, Moses Itauma. Now get this, we just got Moses Itauma versus Hrgovic officially confirmed to happen. But now with the Frank Sanchez elimination bout and him being a possibility because he's kind of closely behind him, I think he's eligible to fight him for the vacant belt. That puts a spanner in the works. What route is he going to take now? This is very interesting. What do we do? And which one is more beneficial to Moses Itauma? Because if I'm not mistaken, AJ, his first belt was the IBF, and he decided to take that because there was a big opportunity, right? Against Charles Martin. I walk this earth like a god. Charles Martin, when he got the belt, for some bogus reason, he didn't even have a fight. He just became the champion out of default, which is what we call a paper champion, really, He's only on paper as a champion, but he didn't really win it to get that championship belt. So AJ had an opportunity there to grab it a bit earlier than expected in his rise to, prominence. And this is kind of a similar thing with Moses Itauma. But the issue with AJ was once he became champion, there was no more chances for him to be taking any easy fights. I'm not saying easy as in easy fight, but developing fights. He wasn't able to have those, developing fights and take things step by step in difficulty. Because once you become champion, the only people you are going to fight are your contenders, your number one rankers, your elite fighters that are trying to become champion, So the only ones below you are the highest contenders, highest level people to fight. And that's kind of what happened to AJ. After that IBF win against Charles Martin, Charles Martin was far from world level. So he wins that, gets an IBF title. Yes, you win the title, but after that, all your contenders are going to be top level opponents, for the most part anyway. And so there was no more chances of development in, the traditional sense. You had to develop by fighting the elites, you know, which is kind of detrimental to, I guess, your experience in a way, without taking any defeats. You know, it's really, really, really difficult, and a lot of pressure in every single match, because after that you're just gonna have championship match after championship match after championship match. You're gonna be on the top of the card, pay-per-view. The light shines on you, and all you have to do is win. A lot of pressure, and I think with Moses Itauma, that's the conundrum he's going to have. And it's funny that it's the same title as well as AJ. You see, if he goes and he beats Frank Sanchez, and Frank Sanchez, to be fair to him, he's much more of a better contender than Charles Martin. So Moses Itauma will be going in there and getting valuable experience fighting someone that is of that level for him to win a title. But after that, it's just going to be top contender after top contender after top contender. And he will be put straight into the limelight and getting all that, you know, pressure put on him. And he's still young, guys. Let's not kid ourselves here. The guy is not even 22. When AJ became a champion, I think he was past 25 at least. You know what I mean? Like, he came into boxing late, and so he was already like, you know, fully grown. Moses Itauma, man, he started his pro career very early, and he's still learning, and he hasn't had those big, difficult fights yet. So we were just talking about him finally having a proper fight with Hrgović, and now there's a possibility of him, you know, fighting a top ranker for a title. It's just, I don't know if that would be the best path. But does he give up this opportunity? It's an opportunity that might not come like until later on in his career. It might never come. You know, something might, heaven forbid, something might happen. He might get beat before he could go for another opportunity that might come around later on. You know, this could be an opportunity of a lifetime. You know, you can never guarantee what happens tomorrow, you know? And so there's like two ways of thinking of this. Does he go for it because this is the best opportunity and a very, like, a straight, like, you know, one match and then you can get a title? Or does he go the traditional route? He's still young, he's still got time, and he can still improve, and then go for the belt when you're 100% ready for it. That is two options, and I want you guys to comment in the comment section below what you think Moses Itauma should do. And should he take that fight with Frank Sanchez, or should he carry on with the fight with Hrgović and allow someone else to fight Frank Sanchez, and he will go in for that belt when he's good and ready and experienced and fully grown to the point where he is title contender worthy and ready for that, you know, for the limelight and the pressure that will come with having a world title, because that is a big step up, especially the fact that he hasn't fought anyone near the level of world contention yet. His first is going to be Hrgović, you know? So yeah, man, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And before we finish off this video, there is one more title, right? Oh, that's the title that Daniel Dubois got. So that one is completely fine. We don't need to worry about that title. It's Daniel Dubois. He can just keep chilling there and, I guess, just defend his title. I think there's still the rematch going on, innit, with Fabio Wardley, but I don't know. I've got to check up if there's any updates on that to see what's going to happen. Is he still going for the rematch, or who knows? Who knows? But guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to make this video because I was just thinking about that, and the fact that there's an opportunity now for a vacant, like a title eliminator for the IBF, and Moses Itauma's name was put up with Frank Sanchez when he's about to have a fight with Hrgović. I just wanted to make this video for that reason. I mean, it's not so big just to talk about Agit Kabayel finally upgrading, you know, and it wasn't much of a big news thing for me to make with the Murat Gassiev upgrade as well. But having that Moses Itauma versus Frank Sanchez, like title eliminator, mate, I had to make this video. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about these updates, about what's happening with the titles. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. Peace.